Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, February 8th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $sign ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some NBA action this Saturday evening. The Portland Trail Blazers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tip-off is going to be here in just a couple minutes. So let's get situated with the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into some NBA action. Rip City, baby. Let's go. And on the thumb, on the left, our stud, Shaedon Sharpe. And on the right for the Wolves, Rudy Gobert. Anthony Edwards was a late scratch, which I'm a little bit disappointed in. I was hoping that he was going to end up playing here tonight. Mike Conley is out. Anthony Edwards is out. So Ant is out. So two big individuals, and we already know Julius Randle won't be back for about 2 weeks. Same thing goes for Dante DiVincenzo. So, again, this is definitely a winnable game for Rip City, and hopefully we can find a way to get the job done. Let's go, baby. Sarah in the building, what's good? We're going to be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. And, again, we're trying to keep this hottest win streak in the NBA going. 10 wins out of the last 11 games is definitely something to, feel good about, even if they don't have some of their best players playing, but that is okay. A win is a win. And let's see here. Get all situated with all my screens. All right, got my screens all set up. Nicholas in the building. Let's go. No Anthony Edwards, no Mike Conley, and obviously Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Both of those individuals have been injured for quite some time. So you got four really big individuals that normally would be playing. And even if they had Conley and Edwards, that would be enough to be able to typically get dubs on a lot of teams. And we've had, some success against the Timberwolves, but then we've also kind of gotten beaten up by them as well, going into the matchups where we've played this particular team already this year. So at the beginning of the year in November, we were at Minnesota and we lost by 25. And that's when we were losing games by 20, 30, 40. Timberwolves 127, Blazers 102. Then we played them about 4 days later at home in Rip City in Portland, and we actually won 122-108. Then we played a day right after that in November on the 13th, and we won at home again 106-98. So hopefully this game will go like the last two that we played at home. When we were on the road, we lost by 25 last time, but again, we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. But hopefully we can get a dub for me and Nicholas. What's good out there in Bend? What's the snow looking like out there? And again, hopefully we can find a way to get the job done here tonight. Let's go, baby. The turnaround has been real. Offense has been great. Defense has been number one in the NBA. And again, we just need to find, our rhythm. And again, I really wish that Conley and Ant were playing here tonight. But again, it gives us a good chance, regardless if they're playing or not, to be able to continue this win streak. And again, when you can keep going into the realms of winning, 9 out of the last 10, 10 out of the last 11, 11 out of the last 12, and keep going in that nature, Obviously, this will be a fun game, and hopefully we can get the dub, but it doesn't get any easier because after we play the T-Wolves, I believe we play the Nuggets twice in Denver with a couple days separated by those wins or losses coming up. And then obviously we got the Super Bowl tomorrow. So take a quick look. So on Monday, the Blazers play the Nuggets at 6, and we'll either do that or Monday Night Raw. And again, Monday Night Raw, it's been kind of hit or miss, so I might end up doing that Blazer game instead. And then I believe on Wednesday, we play the Nuggets again, and it's in Denver also. So I don't know who made that schedule. Like, we play Denver in Denver on Monday, and then we stay in Denver. We don't even go anywhere, and then we play them again 2 days later. So that's not going to be easy with the Joker and all, but hopefully we can get the dub here tonight and see what happens when we play Denver on Monday and Wednesday. Let's go, baby. All right, let's get situated here. Get my screens all set up. All right, I think I got all my screens set up now. Let's go, baby. Normally that would be Ant on the thumb with Shaden Sharp, but we'll take it. But hey, Tumani Kamara, DA, DeAndre Ayton, Shaden Sharp, Denny Advia, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, and obviously Scoot Henderson. Let's go, baby. Pasta. That's always a good choice. And I know this particular, Super Bowl doesn't really have the same type of hype I feel that we normally have in Super Bowls. Probably just, not everyone is a Chiefs supporter or an Eagles supporter. And again, I still think it's going to be a fantastic Super Bowl, but I know for some people, it doesn't really hit the same way. But again, remember, we went through the Tom Brady era for 20 years. And, obviously the Kansas City Chiefs, we're not saying that they're going to be good for 20 years, but they are the New England Patriots. And until those offensive teams like the Bills and the Ravens and the Bengals get a defense, this is probably what we're going to see until they break up the Big Five with Andy Reid, Spags, Chris Jones, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce. But we will be live streaming the Super Bowl here tomorrow, and I am excited for that. STL in the building. What's good? Nice. College football 25. Great to see that game back. And obviously people like yourself getting that chance to knock that out. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Rip City. Trying to win 10 out of our last 11. Let's get it. Go, baby. Tip off here right just around the corner. Daniel in the building. What's good? Yeah, PlayStation has been shut down, and there was a data breach, where people got hacked a few years back, and it was down. I don't know if a lot of y'all remember, but it was down for a couple weeks. So it's already been a couple days and whatnot. So hopefully the PlayStation Network will go up. Hopefully it's not a hack or a data breach, but usually, when it ends up being offline like that for more than a couple days, that's typically what it is. So, hopefully people's information is going to be as secure as it possibly can be. But again, that's what I've been hearing. And, a few years back, it was down for a few weeks. So, 2 to 3 weeks. So hopefully it's not that long for y'all if you guys play online. Appreciate you. Megan with the 50. Scrapbooking with Ollie, I bet, especially with him already starting school. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. $50 holla. We have 50-50 to go. And I was actually looking ahead in the schedule, and I noticed that when we end up having that little tournament here next week for the Four Nations face-off, I am going to be able to squeeze in a matchup or two of that. As far as the NBA is concerned, we'll probably do the Blazers and the Nuggets on Monday and Wednesday. But on Thursday, the Blazers are off, and it looks like USA is playing Finland. So I'm thinking that will be the stream that we're going to end up doing on Thursday. I'm not sure, Megan, if you're going to be able to be available. It's at 5 o'clock Pacific, my time, which is a little bit different from you because you're in Australia. But that could be something that we could enjoy together if you're free. And again, since the Blazers have that day off, I figured that would be a great day to kind of do some NHL, and then eventually we'll, try to get some more Kraken at some point. Wish they would be playing a little bit better than as of late, but they're still our team, and we sometimes go in two different directions. Blazers are going up, Kraken are kind of going down, but hopefully they'll be able to get better as the season goes on. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. $50 holla, 50 to go. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. Oh, Sid the Kid is out? What kind of injury does Sid have? I was about to say, I could have, I thought you mentioned to me that Kako was going to be on that particular, national team. And then on the day before, we have Canada and Sweden, and that's on at 5. So it'll be pretty fun to be able to, kind of check out the rosters and whatnot. And I'm definitely excited for that. So we're going to do that for sure. Again, we're not going to, have any other things that are going to come up on that particular day. I've already got it penciled in on my schedule. So we are going to be doing USA and Finland, obviously on Thursday. I'm pretty excited because I don't really watch the Four Nations face off every year. It's been a few years, since, obviously I've participated in something like that, and definitely excited to see where it goes. All right, T-Wolves with the tip. Upper body, okay. And once we get into some commercial breaks and whatnot, I'll be able to get some photos lined up here for you ASAP. Let me know if you want regulars or if something else that you want. Big top of the key 3 for the T-Wolves. Air ball right out of the gates. I like seeing that. Denny Advia, pick and roll with DA. Advia kicks it out. Tumani Kamara, hands off to Anthony Simons. Denny, corner 3, front rim, no good. Gobert with the rebound. Gobert averaging about 10 and 10 or 11 and 11 if you round up the numbers per game this season. No Ant and no Mike Conley, so this should be, I don't want to say easy or easier, because I know that these guys are going to fight. If you ended up seeing what the Lakers did without LeBron and Luka, it shows you guys like Austin Reeves can go off for 45, and we might end up having something crazy like that happen in this game. I hope not, but we'll see. Offensive board, in and out, no good. Tip, in and out, no good. Come on, Blazers, get back. Stay on him, Denny. Hand in the face, and jumper is good. Is there a particular favorite, Megan, in the 4 teams? Like, who's most likely to win based off, like, power rankings? Canada, Sweden on Wednesday, USA and Finland on Thursday. I would assume USA would be one of the, favored teams. But, again, it wouldn't really surprise me if any, of the countries end up winning. I'd have to look at the rosters to see how they all kind of shape up. In and out, no good from the corner 3. Let's go, Blazers. Let's get into gear. And again, started the road trip. DA, Jeremy Grant, Simons, Denny, Kamara. There you go. Nice job, Tumani. Canada and Finland for Kako. Any other notable big names playing for the other countries that I should be aware of that are playing in this tournament? Pick and roll here for the T-Wolves. Nice pass. Gobert, in and out, no good. And a good board there from DA. Anthony Simons bringing up the ball. Let's go, Blazers. Come on, baby. Simons. Jab step. Kicks it out to Denny. Denny aggressive to the hole. And good. Where's the foul call? We don't get one. Here we go. 4-4 Blazers and Wolves. Let's go, baby. Go, baby, go. Jeremy Grant. Good defense there by the T-Wolves on the double team. They poke it away with the steal. Get back. 3 is airballed again. Let's go. Come on, Blazers. Let's take advantage, baby. Fast break. Come on, baby. Come on, Rip City. I gotta refresh everything here. I've got to minimize some of my screens. I got too many screens up right now. Here we go. Hopefully this will be better. I'm hoping. We'll see. 6'5" T-Wolves. Dillingham with the 5-footer. I don't know if I can trust this one. Come on, baby. All right, let me get a backup up here as well. Give me a sec. Always got to make sure I got a backup just in case. Let me go here. Come on, Blazers. Okay, I think we're good now. DA, free throw is no good. Come on, baby. Hold on one sec. All right, Blazers with the turnover. Come on, baby. Anthony Simons at the top of the key. And we appreciate Megan and her ongoing support with the channel. We're halfway to the goal already. I appreciate you. Wild pass there by Ant, deflected out of bounds. 11-7 T-Wolves. Come on, Rip City. Corner 3, in and out, no good. Rebound by the T-Wolves. Get back, Kamara. Let's go, Tamani. Simons, off the dribble. Layup is good. Come on now. Denny, down to DA. Back to Denny with the little pick and roll. Behind the back, almost gets it stolen and does. Get back. We're very sloppy here. We're going to need a timeout. And an easy layup by the T-Wolves. Starting to get away from us. Come on now. Simons, pick and roll with DA. DA, 10-footer is good. There we go. Oh, wow. That's serious, huh? That's not good. Denny on defense. Pick and roll with Gobert. Dillingham for 3, in and out, no good. Where's the foul on Gobert on DA? Come on. We never get calls, man. Say Paisley was in here earlier. 14-7 T-Wolves. Come on, Blazers. Hold on here. I hear Paisley making noises in the living room. All right, we have a commercial break. 14-7 T-Wolves with the full timeout. Hopefully we can get situated here. What would you like for photos, Miss Megan, for your generous dono to the channel? Do you want regulars? Do you want Kraken? You know, what were you thinking today? A little mixture of a little bit of everything. You let me know and I got you. Now, and plus, you know, Crosby and Ovechkin are pretty soon going to be, at some point in the next few years, you know, they're not going to be in the league anymore. And then a lot of their jerseys are going to be throwbacks, you know, where people will be like, oh, man, you got a Crosby? Oh, you got an Ovechkin? Like, eventually those are going to turn into like Mitchell and Ness throwbacks, you know, when enough time has passed. So, you know, definitely being able to get your hands on one when they're still being officially sold, you know, at the, you know, NHL.com or the team store and whatnot for the Penguins and the Caps. Again, that'll be something that people can cherish for a very long time. Sure, let's do that. Good choice. And we're still here on the commercial break. It's almost over. Let's see if I can get you one more here. We're just getting back from the break. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. And we'll get a few more, obviously, throughout the stream. Big 10-2 run for the T-Wolves. Come on, baby. Jeremy Grant, baseline, Shaden Sharp in there for some energy. Probably got to get Scoot in there as well, and they both check in at the same time. Definitely need those energy guys. Sharp at the top of the key, jab step, 3-point, attempt in and out, no good. Tumani Kamara, offensive board, keep that drive going. Sharp, deflected out of bounds, and it deflects off Scoot's fingers, and that is a turnover. Come on, Blazers. I mean, we're going to be playing our energy guys. We're going to need the energy to come out. Let's go. A little sloppy here in the first quarter. Okay, no worries. McDaniels, floater, in and out, no good. Offensive board by McDaniels is good. 16-9 T-Wolves. Come on, baby. I mean, they got no Mike Conley, no Anthony Edwards, no excuses. And plus, you know, playing on the road is going to be much, you know, more difficult when we go to Denver on Monday and Wednesday. Tumani Kamara, screen from DA, reach in foul, and that hopefully will be on Gobert there. Sloppy first quarter so far is what all the Blazer homies are saying. But again, we still got a chance here to hopefully finish strong in the first with Scoot and Shaden Sharp. Scoot, up and under. Give him some help. Jeremy Grant, backing down. Fadeaway jumper is good. There we go. Nice job, Jeremy. Way to stop the bleeding there. Let's go. 16-9, which is now 16-10 T-Wolves. Shaedon Sharpe at the top of the key as they run a pick and roll to Gobert. Front rim is no good. Tipped. Kamara. Robert Williams III. That's a scary sight. Get the ball out of his hands. In and out, no good. Get back on defense. Come on, Robert Williams. Don't be lazy. Alexander Walker for three. In and out, no good. Blazers on the break. Let's go. Scoot. Jumper, in and out, and no good. And Scoot to the line. Let's go, baby. Scoot's a pretty good free throw shooter, so I would assume that he'll have a good opportunity to get a few free throws in. First free throw is good. Yeah, well, no LeBron and no Luka, so they kind of fumbled the bag by trying to have that on ESPN when also Duke was going to be on and that was going to carry over because they were assuming Luka was going to play today, but they decided to push it out until Monday. And the drive for Luka jerseys has been pretty crazy. Lots of people trying to get in on that. Obviously, the next Lakers superstar that they can buy a jersey for. And, once we get into Monday, we'll probably have LeBron and Luka. And, it definitely gives you an opportunity to, if you get all the shot attempts, for Reeves to have 45, not really that surprising if, he's going to be the guy taking all the shots. Definitely is a capable player. And we've seen him put up 20 and 30 from time to time. Not necessarily 45, but again, think about how many shots, Luka and LeBron would be taking. That's a lot less for Reeves if all three are in the game at the same time or playing together. Shaedon Sharpe at the top of the key. Little two-man game with Robert Williams III. Sharpe, alley-oop to Williams. It's good with the flush. Oh, my. Are you kidding me? Wow. There we go. Get back on D, though. Fast break with the steal. Anthony Simons. Shaedon Sharpe off the glass. And good. Here we go. Nice run here for the Blazers. And the end of the first quarter. 18-15 T-Wolves. Let's go. It was a good decision to be able to put in Sharpe and Scoot. And, we might need to start those guys sooner than later. Instead of just having those guys come in as the sixth man and bringing that energy. Sometimes we need energy right out of the gates. Sharpe, top of the three key. No good. Front rim. And T-Wolves with the timeout. I'll try to get a few more photos in here for Megan. We'll see how many Capo Cacos we can get up here. Hopefully I can squeeze in a couple. I know they've added a few in the last week or two, which is nice. Nice action shot there. And we're on a commercial break. Just getting some photos up from our main supporters on the channel. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me delete some of these, make some more room, and I can extend my search a little bit. 20-15 T-Wolves. Not the greatest start for the Blazers. in the first quarter. But again, we are the hottest team in the NBA, trying to go for 10 wins out of our last 11 games. And again, anytime you can, play as the number one defensive team in the NBA in that stretch, really, it's been a lot of Tumani Kamara, a lot of DA. Sharp, obviously coming off the bench with Scoot giving us that energy, Denny giving us that all-around ability, and Simons has been big as of late, and you can never discount or discredit Jeremy Grant as well. Let's go Blazers. Reflect in the building. How are you? Come on, baby. Let's go, Blazers. No excuses. I know we're on the road, but no Mike Conley, no Anthony Edwards, who's typically a top 5 player in the NBA. So, again, hopefully we can bring that juice and that energy, even though we know we're on the road and the fans are not cheering for us like they would be at Moda. But, again, hopefully we can finish strong here. A little in and out and good. 22-17 T-Wolves. Reflect with a 25er. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. If it weren't for you two, and again, there's others that support, on a pretty regular basis. But if it wasn't for you two, things would be not in the same place here on the channel. So thank you so much for all of your guys' ongoing support, regardless of what season of sports that we are in. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack Bang Bang, $25 holla. We're at 75, 25 to go to hit the goal. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. 24-19 T-Wolves. We've got the Super Bowl tomorrow, and we'll be live for that here on the channel. And then Monday, we'll be doing Blazers Nuggets or Monday Night Raw. Don't know about Tuesday. Wednesday, Blazers Nuggets again. And then on Thursday, we're going to do the NHL, where they're doing a little tournament, and we're going to end up doing the Four Nations face-off, USA and Finland at 5. So definitely excited to see what USA and Finland have to bring in that tournament. In and out and good. Come on, Robert Williams at third. Play some defense. Let's go. Yeah, plus they changed, instead of it being on Root Sports, if you have Comcast and Xfinity, it's on 1170. So it's like they have their own Blazer channel now, and that's obviously the HD version. But again, some people know that and some people don't. They haven't really advertised it very well. I'm not sure if that is the case for Xfinity Comcast owners in Washington. And again, obviously there's streaming links that you could obviously be using as well. But yeah, definitely... they're not making it too easy, and they made quite a few changes as of late. Yeah. Sharp. 3 is good. There we go, baby. And that's the end of the first quarter, 24-22 T-Wolves. And again, having Sharp and Scoot come off the bench, at some point, we have to consider starting these players. But again, what we've been doing lately has been working. And obviously, we're trying to win 10 out of our last 11 games. And we've been the number one defensive team in that stretch, number one record in those last 11 games in the entire NBA. And again, we still got a ways to go before we hit 500. We're still 23-29, but we're definitely going in the right direction. Captain in the building, what's good? Oh, yeah. I guess it depends on how serious his injury is, but I assume he would play if he can, if he's physically capable. Captain in the building, what's good? OKC and Memphis. Who's out for the Thunder today? And Reflect, anything that you want to be able to see photo-wise, let me know. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Definitely was hoping to get Anthony Edwards on the thumb, but, they decided to let him rest for a couple days. And, I don't like to, I want to be able to beat them at their very best. But, again, even with a lot of the top guys not playing. Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo are going to be out for a couple weeks, but Mike Conley and Ant normally play, and we have to take advantage. So hopefully we get a lot of energy out of Shaedon Sharpe. He was great for us last game. Denny can step it up with Jeremy Grant. Simons was king for us last game, and hopefully Scoot can attribute to some of the points and assists for us as well. Nice. Great choice. We're going to squeeze in another one here before we get into action, and I'll get a few more as we continue the broadcast. But a nice one here with GP and Karl Malone from back in the day. This is when NBA was king, man. When NBA was like literally must-see TV. And I know I'm not the only one that grew up in the 80s and 90s, at that time period, that was the best the NBA ever was and probably will be. As a total, as far as talent, 80s and 90s, I mean, the NBA was, kind of where the NFL is now, where it was just must-see TV. I mean, if you look at the superstars that they had more top 50 players of all time playing in the 80s and 90s than in any other era. And I definitely miss it. I miss those games on NBC, and it wasn't just like the Blazers were good at that time. I mean, there was a lot of teams that were very, very fun to watch, the Bulls and the Spurs, the Jazz. I mean, you could literally go up and down the Western and Eastern Conference and find someone that you could have an attachment to, even if it was a young team like the Charlotte Hornets, where everyone had a starter jacket of them, including me, and loving Muggsy Bogues and Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, Del Curry. I feel that, in every team, they had some pieces that you could be like, wow, Alonzo's dope. I can watch him. And, I remember having a champion Alonzo Mourning jersey from his rookie year. I miss those days. Floater is in and out and no good. Blazers taking the lead. Let's go, baby. Come on now. Yes. Yeah, Larry and Magic were ridiculous. Even to this day, I haven't seen players be able to do what they did on the court, especially passing-wise. You'll never see anybody like Magic and Bird ever again. And, obviously, Magic had more, visible athleticism. Larry Bird was just kind of like this tall white dude, that people didn't think that he was athletic, but his basketball IQ was through the roof, and he was a lot smarter and a lot more athletic than people gave him credit for, because he was going against a lot of the top-tier brothers, in that time period with Jordan and all the rest. But again, even to this day, I mean, we saw a little Jason Kidd, a little Steve Nash, a little white chocolate Jason Williams with some fancy passes off the elbow or behind the back. But even to this day, there is no one on the same passing level as Bird or Magic. And I really cherish those days, back in the 80s and 90s that I was able to watch. Rudy Gobert at the line. Free throw is good. Oh, yeah, definitely. And Det was on the Blazers, too, when we made our run. I mean, a lot of people remember him, obviously, on the Sonics there with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. But at the end of his career, we had Steve Smith, Scottie Pippen, and Detlef Schrempf. And if we didn't have those guys on the Blazers with Damon Stoudemire and Arvydas Sabonis, Rasheed Wallace, we wouldn't have been able to make the run that we did. And unfortunately, we ran into Shaq and Kobe, and we ended up losing. But again, a very fun time, as I was in high school, getting ready to graduate, seeing those teams in the late 90s, early 2000s for Rip City. Jeremy Grant, up and under, off the glass, and a rebound dunk is good. Murray. Yeah, once we go to commercial break, I'll get you and reflect some more photos. Floater, front rim is in and out and no good. 31-26 Blazers. Let's go, baby. Free throw in and out and no good. All right, Paisley's whining. I got to get her some freedom here. Give me 1 sec. Come on, honey. No. All right. I'm back. Anthony Simons at the top of the key, working a two-man game with Jeremy Grant. Simons, jab step, fade away is good. Oh, my. Anthony Simons keeping that hot streak alive. I like what I see, baby. Let's go. Keep it going. 33-26, Rip City. Simons on D, one-on-one. Off the dribble, getting a little sloppy, and a foul. There we go. Jeremy Grant hits the floor. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Let's try to get to 20 within the first hour and a half, 30 to 50 if we get the volume. And obviously 100 in the donos, and we're 3/4 of the way there. We're at 75, 25 to go. 6 more likes to be able to get to 20. Now 5 more. We're already at 15. Great start. Let's go. Jeremy Grant, good pass to Denny down low. Denny off 1 foot, fade away, in and out, no good, and a rebound dunk by Robert Williams III. Robert Williams cleaning the glass, baby. Let's go. I like what I'm seeing so far. 33-26 Blazers. Jeremy Grant with the personal foul. Lay down, honey. Lay down. You can lay down. Dad will be done in a little while, okay? Lay down, honey. All right, they have a little break here. Let's see if I can squeeze in. We got a little TV timeout. A little debt left for Megan there while we pull up the Kraken photos. Let me see if I get that. I got a nice Jordan and GP here for Reflect as well, back in the old school era. Captain with a $5, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. We're at 80 now, 20 to go. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you as well. And let me see here. All right, back into the action, and I'll get some more photos for y'all once we get out of a commercial. Or we got about 8 minutes to go into halftime, and once we have halftime, then I can bust out all the photos there. But I should be able to have at least one more commercial break in between where I can get a few more photos in, and then we'll have a good solid 10 minutes obviously to do photos for everyone that has donated. Appreciate you guys. So far, a nice comeback by the Blazers, down early 14-7, and just with a little bit of effort on D, 38-29. I love it. Let's go. I think Paisley is out. She couldn't decide if she wanted to hang out with Dad or didn't really feel like she wanted to take a nap. She wants to spend all her time with Dad. Free throw by Gobert is good. 38-29, Rip City. Hello. Great to see you. Always a pleasure to have Miss Holly Winchell, a.k.a. formerly Holly Hundo, in the building. How are you? Hope everything is going great in your life, based on whatever that may be with work or personal life. But I hope your mental health has been getting better. Hope you're in a good place mentally and physically. And we're always happy to see you drop in and hang out, whether it be for just a couple minutes or for a couple hours. Hope you're doing great. 38-29 Blazers. Ayton back out to Simons. Simons off the dribble. Off the glass, in and out, and no good. DA with the rebound. Murray for three. Let's go. Heck yeah. Ollie with the three. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Every dollar counts. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. And I know you're probably very excited for tomorrow. All right, see if we can get a few more photos in. Anything that you would like for photos for Holly and Captain, let me know. And then I got to scroll up and see what other photos I can put in here. Okay, Montour and Cartier. Trying to squeeze these in as fast as I can. Appreciate you. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I've got a chance to do a little bit of KU this season, for college hoops. I gotta do filler content, at some point, and I have done a little bit of NBA, little NHL, little college hoops and whatnot. But yeah, I'll be able to pull up something for like KU basketball for you if you'd like, either throwback photos, like the old school era, or like a Scott Pollard or Danny Manning, unless you have something specific that you want to see from like the team this year. Layup by Scoot is good. Let's go, baby. 40-30 Blazers. Yeah, but at least your team is healthy right now. Jalen Carter and some of the defense, sounds like they got COVID or pneumonia, cold or flu spreading out in that locker room and with those players. And the offensive line is a little banged up with Dickinson and Juergens. So it sounds like for the most part, the Chiefs are the healthier team. And, if Mahomes and, Butker play like they do, in key clutch, matchups, they will have a very good possibility of three-peating. So, collision on the floor. Yeah, it would be nice if everyone will be healthy so we can just match up and see what it's going to be. But regardless if people are injured or not 100%, the teams match up very, very well. If you're really looking at like the offense and the defense, and having a well-rounded team, these are the two teams that should have made it this year. Everyone wanted the Bills and the Lions, but again, both of those teams don't have a defense, and it's a cute story. During the regular season, everyone loves what the Lions have been able to do up to this point, and obviously a lot of people enjoy Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, but until you actually have a defense for Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. You're not going to really stand that much of a chance, until the big five get broken up with Reed, Spags, Mahomes, Kelsey, and Chris Jones. So, hopefully for those teams at some point they'll be able to match up a little bit more evenly. But again, and then the NFC side, it usually is kind of a crapshoot. Usually a little bit more well-rounded teams in the NFC, but obviously the elite quarterbacks for the most part are mostly in the AFC. So we'll see how it all plays out. But defense will be a contributing factor in the Super Bowl tomorrow. Up and under, in and out, and no good. Get the rebound. And then a foul called. Free throw is good. Anything specific you want to see on the KU side? You got a particular player? I mean, we can always do Chiefs as well if you'd like that. Whatever you want. McDaniel's second free throw is good. (44-35). Pretty good start, considering we were down 14-7 early on, but no Anthony Edwards and no Mike Conley for the T-Wolves. Blazers trying to go 10 wins out of their last 11 games, and that's number one in the NBA in that stretch. Nice pass from Sharp. Down to DA. Ayton, floater, and the tip is good. Tumani Kamara with the tip. Let's go, baby. I like that. Keep it going, Tumani. Big block by DA. Ingles have no chance. Fast break. Scoot. Jeremy Grant. Grant up and under. Layup is good. Let's go. Jeremy Grant doing the business. Let's go. 46-35. Big block. Man, Tumani is everywhere. Tumani on Rudy Gobert. He said, who? Oh, my. Not JT in the building. What's good? We got halftime here in just a couple minutes, and then I'll be able to pump out a lot of photos for the people that are supporting, which is fantastic. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Gobert, first free throw, in and out, and no good. Jordan photo. Okay, I got you. We'll do Jordan photo, and then we can get Ollie a mixture of some cheap photos, and maybe I can throw some throwback photo of maybe some KU players from back in the day. Free throw is good. 48-38. Blazers up by 10 after being down by 7 early on in the first quarter. Scoot Henderson at the top of the key. A little shimmy and a shake. Hands off. The DA. DA dribbles off himself. Recovers, but stolen by the T-Wolves. Get back. We got less than 4 minutes, about 4 minutes to go here before halftime. Corner jumper in and out, and good. Scoot. DA. Hand off to Jeremy Grant. Ooh, Jeremy Grant with the slick and slippery layup. It is good. Let's go, baby. I like that. 53-40 Blazers. Keep it up. Ingles for 3, in and out, no good. Not the shot that the T-Wolves need at that particular moment. Tumani, top of the key, passes it to Scoot Henderson. Scoot, open 3, in and out, no good. Get back, Blazers. Down low to Rudy Gobert, and Rudy with the flush. Are they going to give him an and one? Golly. We'll squeeze in a few photos here. A little special teams for Holly. I know how much she loves the special teams. Best coach in the NFL. The best defensive coordinator in the NFL. If he's not the best, he's definitely top 2, top 3. And this could be the difference between the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl or losing the Super Bowl. That timely corner blitz on third down could be detrimental to the Eagles. And obviously we need to see this guy have a big game. Been a little quiet, but if there's a guy that could get a couple sack lunches and change the flow, it could be him. He can bring that electricity and that fire. 53-40 Blazers. Sharp, pick and roll with DA. Sharp with the jumper is good. Let's go. Shaden Sharp is money, money, money. Let's go, baby. Keep it flowing. Keep it going. Stolen. Tumani. Take it, Tumani. All the way. Off the glass and then off. No good. Tipped is good by Sharp. Let's go. We are flowing right now. An overflow of offense. I love it. No problem. Tumani at the top of the key. Little two-man game off the glass with the left is good. Go Blazers, push. Scoot. Sharp at the top of the key. Back to Scoot. Scoot, wide open 3. Bang is good. Let's go. Scoot Henderson from deep. I love it, baby. Let's go. 53-42, now 55-42 Blazers. Yeah, it's always cool when you can get interaction from any pro player in any sport. So nothing wrong about being able to be excited about someone that you enjoy and like them as a player and whatnot and a person. Sometimes the NFL is an unfortunate business, and sometimes we can't have all of our players stay with our favorite team their whole career. But that's very cool. We got about 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes and 30 before we get into halftime. Anthony Simons at the top of the key, pick and roll with DA. Rolls to the left. Come on, Blazers. Move the ball. Simons off the dribble, jab step, 20-footer, front rim, in and out, no good. T-Wolves with the board. Get back. 1-on-4. Don't even think about it. Travel. And that's a foul. We'll get a couple of MJ throwbacks here for captain. See if I can squeeze in a couple here. I know he's watching the Thunder game as well. Got to give you white jersey, Jordan. I got to give you an iconic photo too, right? Got a better one than this one. Nice little close-up of MJ. And I got to give you dunk contest. Let's go. It may not be what we are used to from back in the 80s and 90s, but again, we used to have the best players in the world participate in the dunk contest. And watching this, obviously, live in real time was something that I will never forget. 55-42 Blazers. Tumani passing to Sharp. Pick and roll with Kamara. Sharp off the glass. Layup is good. Man, we are kicking ass and taking names. Let's go. Nice job, Shaden. Keep it up. Great job off the bench. 13 points, 6 for 9 off the bench for Rip City. Stolen by Simons or Scoot. Scoot, 3-on-2. Almost traveled there. Back to Simons. Scoot. Jab step, and then a travel. Ollie with a 20. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Every dollar counts. And thank you so much for not only hanging out, but also supporting on top of that. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Yes. And again, for a lot of people that are in that younger generation, you can watch YouTube clips, you can watch old DVDs, you can watch old VHS, but it's not the same from actually watching all that stuff live. And I really do feel, even though we do have some amazing players in the NBA, NHL, NFL, and MLB, it doesn't compare to the legends and the icons that we were able to watch in the 80s and 90s overall. Now, there obviously is some, iconic players playing now that could have played in the 80s and 90s, back with, Joe Montana or Barry Sanders or Bo Jackson or Dion or Jordan or Drexler or Bird or Magic or Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. I mean, there are players now that are similar, but if you're looking at greatness as a whole, there definitely was more, elite players playing at that time, than any other era in the 80s and 90s, and that is facts. If I can squeeze in another Jordan or something in here for you. Oh, baby. Jordan baseline on Sean Kemp. Ooh. We're going to go throwback for Holly here. I definitely listen and I pay attention, and I got a pretty good memory. Even if it's been, weeks, even if it's been months, even if it's been years, I'll still remember. Oh, Scott Pollard. I know you like that. That's one thing about me, I feel like, I got that Sheldon Big Bang Theory brain. He's obviously doing equations and, doing everything there on the rocket science level. But a lot of my knowledge is just from stats and analytics and things that I can remember from 30, 40 years ago. Oh, baby. Pollard. All right, Blazers. 2 minutes left before halftime. 55-42 Rip City. But hopefully the Super Bowl will be competitive tomorrow. Again, first time they played, Chiefs won by 3, 38-35, could be a 37-34, kind of matchup where you end up getting a field goal kicker making the game-winning kick at the end to win. Definitely, I could see that scenario happening. I highly doubt that the game will be in the teens. It's more than likely it'll be in the high 20s or in the 30s. Not saying that the defenses are bad, because we know the defenses are very, very good, Chiefs and Eagles, but the firepower that these teams have on offense, again, even with defenses being elite, Eagles and Chiefs, you're still going to get points scored just like they did in the Super Bowl against each other a couple years ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a very similar score to what we had a couple years ago. Matt in the building. What's good? How you doing today, Matt? You doing better than you were a couple days ago? I was waiting for you to come in yesterday, but you didn't come in. Reflect was waiting for you too. But hopefully things are getting a little bit better. Now they're doing a little review to see if this was a clean foul or if it was something extra. I don't think there was anything flagrant or anything crazy there. 55-45, unless they're trying to see if it was a travel or who actually got the foul call or who ended up having the ball go out of bounds here last, but they're reviewing this last call. 58-45 Blazers. Let's go. Yeah, and even though the Mariners, and our ownership is terrible, again, I'm still excited to call, every game. They actually had on Root Sports, the Cal Raleigh, Luke Rayleigh home run game, and they actually had that late last night, and that kind of got the juices flowing, and the hairs to kind of stand up on my arm a little bit, and again, we don't have too long to wait. Obviously, once we get into spring training, and Cactus League and all that, Grapefruit League, we're going to actually have games starting, I think, as early as the end of this month. And then obviously in March, and then the regular season will be, obviously in April. But, depending on if things are going to be televised, I might even do some, Cactus League, Grapefruit League, spring training type stuff of the Mariners if they actually have it available to be watched. So I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see, but I'm definitely itching. Yeah, I'm thinking 90. I think, 87 is too low. I mean, 87 is pretty much saying that we're going to get second place or worse. We're already going to have to battle with the Rangers and the Astros. We should be able to get past the Angels and the A's. But 87 might not even be good enough to make the playoffs. And that's just being real. It's like we got to be shooting for, realistically, you want to be shooting for, 95 to 100, but I don't think we're there. The roster-wise, we didn't make enough moves. But I think 90, would be a good number to shoot for. And then if we fall a couple games short and you hit 87 and that's a wild card, so be it. But, hopefully we can get to that 90, 91, 92 range. If we hit that, we will have a good chance of not only winning the AL West, but, might be able to do something, once we actually get there. DA with the little floater in and out and no good. Well, if you don't know how you feel, then that probably means you're not doing that great. Because if you're doing good, you'd be like, good, Or if you're not doing so good, it'd have been like an okay, or not so good. So hopefully things will get better for you. Again, and I was reading a very interesting article too, about depression and anxiety. And they were talking about, the activity of being able to, move your muscles and being able to stay active. And if you're able to stay active, then you have a less chance of, falling into a deep depression rather than people that are just, at jobs that sit down all day on a computer and then that don't exercise after work at all. So again, if you are in a space where, you feel depressed, either every day or from time to time, you have to ask yourself, a couple questions. Are you exercising or doing anything active? And what about your diet? And if you change your diet a little bit and you start exercising, a lot of that depression, anxiety symptoms start to kind of naturally go away. And again, I think that is very true, because for a lot of the people, that are in that mode, if you're not exercising or moving your body, walking, swimming, biking, hiking, walking with a dog or cat, whatever it may be, again, it's a lot easier to kind of stay in that mode. And if you start to be able to be a little bit more active, it's gives your body less of a chance, to kind of go into that mode again. And I feel that's very, very true. It's halftime, 60-47 Blazers. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't care what we do. We don't have to win the division. I mean, if we end up getting 87 wins and we hit a wild card, I'm ecstatic. As long as we get in, compared to, not getting in and whatnot. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, I can get some photos here. So, Megan, Reflect, Captain, Holly, anything that you guys want to be able to see, let me know. Let's see if I can find anything else here for Holly here, based off her last couple donos here. But being down 14-7 and having a 60-47 lead, I'll take that. Oh, look how young Scott looks. We'll go with another OG a little bit before that time. Oh, Danny Manning. I'll hit you with the Paul Pierce. See if I can find a good Paul. Oh, but the Pauls aren't really coming through. Let's see. Maybe this one will. Man, time flies. All right, let's go and make some more room here. I'm on a picture overload. We can go this route. Obviously, Super Bowl tomorrow. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts should be a good one. Obviously, if you're the Chiefs, you got to stop this man, Saquon Barkley. If he gets in the end zone 2 times or more, higher probability for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. He can still get 120 yards and no touchdowns, and the Chiefs can still win the Super Bowl. And we obviously know wide receivers with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, what they can do. Hey, Travis Kelce might not be the same statistical player in years past, but he does have the clutch gene. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in the end zone once, or possibly twice, and getting some big first downs. We'll have to kind of see how the flow of the game is going. Offensive line led by Joe Tooney, doing big things on New England, as well as the Kansas City Chiefs. Chris Jones, I see you. And then I think it really, special teams will come into the game and be a factor as well. And let me see if I can get your Hunter on here as well. And we don't really know how many punts are going to be in the game, but special teams is always going to be a factor. Hey, it might not be Tony Townsend, but I know, the punting game is for real, and hopefully we'll get some good punts and some good field position, based on what he can do. And the field goal game will definitely be important. We know that both kickers are capable, but not too many kickers as clutch as Butker, especially in the AFC Championship game or in the Super Bowl. All right, no worries. Yeah, and it's like almost like these positive, it's like the muscles react in a positive way where it's like you don't have time to think about being depressed and you're not overthinking, if you're being active and, being outside with Paisley. Like for me, I ended up dropping a lot of weight, going from 270 now to 185. I've exercised every single day for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, 7 days a week for longer than 1 year. And it really does make all the difference. And, again, a lot of us go through depression, anxiety, or different addictions, whether it's drinking or partying and, doing things that aren't good for us. At this point, I can say with a positive face that I am addicted, but I'm addicted to exercising and spending time with Paisley Pup. And I feel that if you have positive addictions, those are things that can really turn your life around. And I can't even imagine going back to the person that I was years back. I mean, do I miss drinking alcohol? Do I miss, kind of eating more flavorful foods and going to Flavor Town every day? Of course, I love food. I enjoyed, the times where I would be able to have some Modelo Cheladas on stream and whatnot. But again, the overall extra weight and the cost of everything going up, sometimes you have to pivot and you have to make changes. And I promise you, if you can make an effort, even if it's tough early on, and you can have the discipline, and you can continue to do that every day, you'll be really shocked. Not only will you lose weight, you'll feel better, and it'll become a part of your daily routine, and you'll have a positive thing to look forward to every day. And I know sometimes it's tough, but again, if I, it helps me because, I have Paisley and I pretty much live my life for her. So again, I'm pretty much living my life for her, making sure that she has, the best love, the best attention, the best food, the best care, and knowing that she needs, based on her breed, she needs to be out, for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I have no time to say, I don't feel like it. If she needs to go out and poo and pee and explore, I can't be lazy. I have to go. And knowing that I have to do it for her, let alone myself, it definitely is an extra motivator for me. Because if I didn't have Paisley Pup, would I be able to push myself as much as I am now? Probably not, if I'm being honest. But I know that I would, try to go as much as I possibly could at that time. But having a dog like Paisley definitely makes it a little bit easier to push myself in that positive direction. So. No problem. I got you. I got you. Give me 1 sec. I got to load them up here. Holly with a $5. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. And again, for a lot of people, if you look in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see, you can change. Again, sometimes when we look at our faces or we look at our bodies and we're like, this is not, what we want. But again, you have to be able to put in the work if you want to be able to have your face thin out a little bit. If you want to lose a little bit of, the excess fat in our arms or, in our stomachs and whatnot. It's like you just have to push, and again, it's easier said than done. But if you can dig deep, and find that motivation, I promise you it'll be life-changing like it was for me. 60-47. We are at halftime. Anything else that I can get for you? Let me know. Holler at me while we're here at halftime if there's anything else that I can do for y'all. We're definitely ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow. And, and sometimes, things can get a little scary. Life can get a little scary when you're making these adjustments for positivity in your life. And sometimes, it feels like you're going to lose, friendships and you're going to lose bonds and whatnot. But it's a sign of growth, and being able to move forward in a positive direction. If you got people that, might be friends, but it might be bad influences, wanting to go drink every night. Sometimes you got to be able to put yourself first and not your friends, because they may not have your best interest. And especially if you're trying to change, health-wise, eating better, exercising more, and spending maybe a little bit more of me time. And again, sometimes, things can get a little lonely, but again, it's all about positive growth, as far as you being a person. And again, you just have to find your why, and again, my why and why I do things is not only for you guys, but it's for Paisley and myself, and being able to, show that if you put in that effort and that energy, when I was 270, it was looking like I was going to hit probably 3, sooner than later if I kept up, but also, being away from toxic people, eliminating toxic people out of your life, and, maybe spending more time with, your pets, and reflecting on yourself. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a lonely road, but it's the better road and it's the journey, not necessarily, the end result, but it's like, when you have dreams and goals, sometimes it's not the final destination, it's the journey to get there. And again, baby steps. You got to crawl before you walk, right? You got to walk before you run. But I promise you, if you do make some minor adjustments, to your diet, eat healthier, exercise more, a lot of that depression and anxiety will naturally just go away. Because again, you won't have time to sit there and think about being depressed if you're being active, if you're able to. Now, obviously, if you have like a injury where you're not able to exercise as much, that's different, but again, for a lot of us that maybe don't have any injuries at the moment, then, again, just trying to do your very best can really make a huge difference in your life and for the, people that are around you in your life as well. But I mean, if you would have told me a couple of years ago that I would go from 270 to 180, 185, as low as I've been maybe since my high school days over 20 years ago, and feeling the way that I feel every day. And it's like, first thing when I wake up, I had a lot of people, they need their energy drink, they need their coffee. I mean, the first thing that I do is me and Paisley, we get dressed and we go on a walk. And I know a lot of people, may not have that kind of discipline to do that. But again, once you start doing things for 21 days in a row or more, it does become a positive habit, and it can really make a huge difference. I mean, it has in my life, and I know it can have a big impact for you guys as well. I got you. All right, we're about to get back in here into the third quarter. 63-49 Blazers. Let's go. All right, come on, Blazers. Let's finish strong, baby. Have you got a chance, Holly, to get back into, doing some artwork for your chief players? Have you been working on any drawings recently? I would love to be able to see anything new that you've been working on, if you've been working on anything in the last, 6 months to a year. And I know last time we were talking, I know you had some arthritis or some, issues with your, obviously your, coloring and drawing hand and whatnot. So that could obviously hinder a little bit of that type of activity, but hopefully that has calmed down a little bit. And if you haven't done any drawing lately, I hope that would be something that you'll dive back into because you're very good at it. 65-56 Blazers. Anthony Simons bringing the ball up the court. Passing off to Denny Advia. Come on, Blazers, move. Denny getting a screen from DA. Little pick and roll. Alley-oop. DA in and out. No good, but a foul on the Timberwolves. Let's go, DeAndre Ayton. Let's get it, baby. First free throw by DeAndre Ayton, in and out and no good. Oh, good. I hope, and obviously, as we all, because some of us, are younger, and there's quite a few of us that are 40 and up. And obviously, once you, get to that 40 and up age range, our bodies start to break down a little bit more and more. So you have to be able to kind of keep up with the best that we can with the, best of our abilities. But hopefully that'll be something that you can kind of jump back into as long as there's no pain or minimal pain. Anthony. Wow, what a jumper is good. Anthony Simons cleaning it up. Let's go. 65-58, Rip City. DA, Rudy Gobert with the flush. Can't stop that. Corner three. Alexander Walker for three is good. Captain with a tour. Ooh, Shaquille O'Neal. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little cactus jack, bang, bang. And I know, Shaq has been on many, many teams. What are we talking? Are we talking like Orlando Magic Shaq with like Penny Hardaway? Or are we talking Lakers Shaq with Kobe? You let me know and I got you. Because I remember, when I was 10 years old, Shaq was like the biggest thing out of like any athlete at that time. Obviously going through like the Ken Griffey Jr. phase and a lot of us in the 80s and 90s. But, when 92 hit, and I was 10, I mean, it was Shaq, and a little bit more Shaq. It was a crazy time period. And then obviously with Penny Hardaway and Little Penny, that was fun too. All right, Blazers, get back on D. 65-58 Blazers after being down 14-7 early on. Nice step through and good. Now we got a timeout. Appreciate you, Captain. Like, it's hard for people to comprehend like how dominant Shaq was, in his prime. I mean, like, you literally couldn't guard him. There was nobody on that physical level. I mean, there was a few people that would try, and you'd have guys like Yao Ming and Arvydas Sabonis that would be able to slow him down a little, and besides like your, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson type of guys, but his just overall body strength. I mean, they don't call it hack a Shaq for nothing when he'd have to go to the line like a billion times a game. But he definitely was a one of one, and we probably will never see another player like that ever again. Man, the old school days. See if we can find one here with Kobe. And they didn't always get along either. There was a lot of ego and jealousy, between both of them, but they, definitely hashed it out before, Kobe passed and whatnot. Rest in peace, Kobe. I'll see if I can get a better one than that. That one's too blurry for my liking. Maybe this one will be better. That one's too blurry for the NWSF standard. Let's see if we can get one more here before the commercial ends. There we go. The dynamic duo. And at that time period, there was nobody better than these two. I mean, fuck, if the Blazers didn't have to go up against that, maybe, not saying that we would have won a championship, but, we definitely have had a few finals opportunities ruined, by Shaq and Kobe. And, since we went to the finals against the bad boys in the 90s, 1990, went against Jordan and Pippen in 92, and then obviously in 2000 when it looked like Portland had a good chance, and then they had that epic alley-oop from Kobe to Shaq, and that was all she wrote for the Blazers at that point. Turnover, Portland. Come on, Blazers. Yeah. And again, after Kobe ended up, retiring, I think a lot of people started to understand, like how intelligent, Kobe really was, and, how smart he was, and how big of an influence he had on many different types of people based off his work ethic, his determination. And it transcended to all players, not just basketball players, but baseball, hockey, and football players too. 71-64 Blazers. Denny, stay on him. Floater, in and out, no good, and it in. Come on, baby. Come on, Denny. Anthony Simons, back to DA. Pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton. Simons, off the glass, and good. Let's go. There we go, baby. Keep it going, Anthony. 71-64, Rip City. Baseline, layup is good. Come on, DA, play some defense. There we go. Simons again with the jumper. I like what I'm seeing. Keep it going, just like last game. You were money. 71-65. And no Anthony Edwards and no Mike Conley, so no excuses here. Again, Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, both of those guys are going to be out for a couple weeks. Eventually, you're going to get Conley and Ant back in a couple days, but hopefully we can find a way to try to win 10 out of the last 11. Layup in and out, no good. Rebound by Simons. Push. Tumani Kamara. Corner three by Shaden Sharp. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Wolves and poked away. Walker, in and out, no good. Yeah, but you gotta realize, Matt, being a Bronco fan and a Duck fan, and not everything is going to go your way, and it takes time to be able to build a champion. It's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. And even if it felt like it was our year, this past year for the Ducks, again, it's just moving in a positive direction. You got to crawl before you walk, and I'm confident as long as Lanning stays for another 5 to 10 years, we will end up being in a natty or two, and we will win at least one. You just got to be patient. And again, things will get to the point where you'll have that joy and excitement again. But it's baby steps. I mean, Ohio State, played some great ball, and it showed, that you need those type of players to be able to win. And hopefully we'll be able to do that with the Dante to Dante connection this upcoming season. I think it'll be one of those things as you get older, it'll be easier to handle. When you're young, including myself, losses, definitely are harder to handle, and, again, emotions are high, but I think once you end up hitting like 30 and up, you start to handle the losses a little bit better and kind of look forward to, the bright side of the future, especially with your teams. Airball 3, turnover to the Blazers. Anthony Simons, pick and roll with DA. DA, 18-footer. That's good. There we go. Here we go, baby. 75-69. Nice job, DA. Play within yourself. Don't play like someone that you're not. Let's go. You're not Hakeem Olajuwon or David Robinson. Play like DeAndre Ayton. Let's go. Anthony Simons. Another pick and roll with DA. Simons with the crossover. DA with another screen. Simons. Pass it. DA. Tumani Kamara. In and out, no good. Fight that rebound. There we go. Tumani Kamara with the offensive board off the glass. In and out, no good. Hell of an effort by Tumani. If we could just get everyone that has that type of effort, on offense and defense. Let's go. 3, in and out, no good. Okay, I'll turn the Kraken on here in about 23 minutes once it comes on. Grant. Jumper is good. Nice job, Jeremy. Let's go. 75-69. Rip City. Let's go, Jeremy. Wow. Daniels with an and one. Tumani with the foul. Come on, Blazers. Settle in. 75-71 Blazers. Jaden McDaniels taking advantage. 20 points with no Ant and no Conley. Free throw is no good. And we got Denver at Denver on Monday, and then Portland at Denver on Wednesday. It's kind of weird to be playing the same team, within a 3-day stretch, and we know how good the Joker is. It's going to be much harder than playing this T-Wolf team. Sharp for 3, in and out, no good. Fight for that rebound, damn it. Only one down there is Tumani. Fast break by the Wolves. Travel. Jesus. Good effort there by the Wolves. 78-71 Blazers. Fast break, Tumani. Hands off to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe kicks it out. Nice ball movement. Pump fake by Jeremy Grant. Up and under. Kicks it out to Shaedon Sharpe. And it was about to go down with a throwdown foul on the ground. Man, we're going to try. I mean, obviously, if we win today, 10 wins out of the last 11 games, it'll give us a lot more confidence going in. You know, obviously, we have Super Bowl Sunday that we'll do a live stream here with the Chiefs and Eagles. Monday, we'll probably do the Nuggets and the Blazers, and I'll watch Monday Night Raw, obviously, around the same time. And then don't know about Tuesday, Wednesday. Obviously, we'll be doing the Nuggets and Blazers again. And then on Thursday, we got a little NHL action. Sharp, pump fake, kicks it back out to Scoot. Scoot for three. It's good. Nice job by Scoot. Scoot. Let's go, baby. 10 points for Scoot off the bench. Let's go. 78-71, Rip City. Daniels for three. Big Brick City. All right, Scoot. Let's go, baby. Scoot at the top of the key. And offensive foul. You got to be kidding me. Wow. They're saying Scoot with the offensive? You got to be shitting me. Unbelievable. What's good, brother? How are you? Yeah. I mean, it would be more impressive if Anthony Edwards, a top 5 player in the NBA, was playing. We might not be ahead, if I'm being honest, if he's playing in this game, and Mike Conley, on top of not having Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, so they got 4 kind of main guys that aren't playing today. But again, what are we going to do? We can only play on who's available, right? And again, when you have won 9 out of the last 10 and you're trying to win 10 out of the last 11, we're just trying to keep this win streak going. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be close. In my predictions and preview video, I know Chiefs fans are kind of in this game solo. It's like everyone is against them. Everyone's rooting for the Eagles to win, unless you're a Chiefs fan or if you are an Eagles hater, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. But with me, with no bias, just looking at the teams, I feel like those injuries on the offensive line for the Eagles and possibly that COVID, pneumonia, cold, flu with Jalen Carter and some of the guys on defense, that could be the deciding factor in the game. But I predicted, and we'll see how it all plays out, but I predicted that the Chiefs would win 37-34 with a Harrison Butker kick to win the game. And so, again, if the Eagles win, am I going to be surprised? No, because if you really look at the Eagles team on paper, when they're healthy, player for player, they have a better team, player for player. But again, if some of the players are injured on the offensive line or the D-line, how do you win a big game? O-line, D-line, defense, coaching, play calling, right? Not necessarily quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. Those are important, right? We know Mahomes and Hurts can both have an equally great game, but it's really going to come down to, the line of scrimmage, right? The O-line and the D-line, who's going to dominate up front. And then that'll open up the running game and the passing game for Hurts and Mahomes. And also it's going to come down to coaching, And obviously Andy Reid surpasses Sirianni, but also on the defensive side, a little bit more even with Spags and Vic Fangio, right? But again, I think Spags might be the most underrated coach as far as, defensive coordinators. Vic Fangio is always going to get a lot more pub and love. But again, there's a reason why the Chiefs have been able to get to this position the last couple years without Tyreek, without Bieniemy, and the defense has actually been the strong suit as of late. And Spags is a very creative man to be able to come up with those very timely blitz calls on first, second, and third down. And don't be surprised if he ends up calling a big one, in the second half in that game, and that could end up altering the outcome of the game as well. So, again, I will not be surprised either way if, you get Eagles win by 3, Chiefs win by 3, but I definitely feel that the winner of the game should be by, realistically, it should be about 3 points or less. But I don't see the game being, any more than 7 or less. I think it's going to be pretty fucking close. So 78-71, Rip City. But, Spags definitely doesn't get the credit that he deserves. And again, you could definitely argue he's, if not the best, I mean, him and Fangio are definitely in the top 3 as far as defensive coordinators this season. And we'll see how it all plays out. Deep 3, in and out, no good. Klinging in the game finally. My guy from UConn. Let's go, Donovan. Let's go, baby. He's got a good plus-minus when he's typically in the game. Jeremy Grant fouled. Klingon from behind. Get that board. Here we go. Klingon with the offensive board. Shaden Sharp off the glass. In and out. No good. Rebound by the Wolves. Get back. Turnover. Poke it away, baby. Let's go. Tumani. Fast break. One-on-one. Or was that Murray? Nice job by Murray there. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that. We've been definitely gaining quite a few subs, and I appreciate that. I mean, I do a little bit of everything. Basketball, baseball, football, hockey, wrestling. You name it, I do it. Appreciate it. Celtics up 61-48. What's going on with Jalen Brunson? He needs help. I assume he's playing. Chris Murray at the line. Free throw is good. Nice job by Murray. I see that Tatum's got 16, 4 from 8 from deep. So obviously Tatum doing Tatum things. You know, best teams in the NBA, obviously OKC Thunder, Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, Celtics are up there. It'll be very interesting to see what what we get for an East and West final. You would assume it's going to be Cavs and Celtics or someone else, and then you would assume it would be OKC and who else? That's the big question. You know, who is OKC going to play? As long as they don't have any injuries to their players like SGA, and Chet will be back in the lineup on a regular basis sooner than later, and that'll definitely give them that depth and help that they need. 81-71 Blazers. Klingon, fight, let's go. Fast break, Sharp, off the crossover, and a foul. He was about to throw it down. Yeah, best team in the NBA, hands down, OKC Thunder. In this run that we've been on, you know, obviously we're trying to go 10-1, but, you know, being 9 wins and 1 loss, or 10 wins and 1 loss, the only loss that we had in our win streak is to the Thunder, and we only lost by 10. There's teams that are getting blown out by the Thunder by 20, 30, 40. So, again, Blazers have been playing some great ball in the last couple weeks. Number 1 rated defensive team in these last 11 games, and, again, we're bringing that energy on offense as well. Getting a little chippy there with Garza and the Blazers. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that the Thunder and the Cavs are like the 2 best teams in the NBA, but if you haven't been following the NBA in a while, again, it shows you how things are kind of, the landscape is changing in the NBA, where, you know, it may not just be Celtics, or, you know, those other teams that you were used to seeing at the top, like the Golden State Warriors. Things are a little bit different, you know, with trades and players obviously moving to different destinations. Jeremy Grant, free throw is good. Let's go. 84-73 Blazers. Let's go, Rip City. Let's go, Jeremy. Keep it going, baby. 84-73 Rip City. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Scoot, little pick and roll. Stolen. Go, Scoot. All the way. Yeah, with the fucking flush. Oh, God. Scoot Henderson throwing it down. Oh, my. That was like a Damian Lillard throwdown. That was sweet. Oh, my God. My phone is blowing up. Wow. I don't think I've seen Scoot throw down a jam like that on a fast break with authority in a minute. We got a bright future with Scoot and Shaden Sharp, let me tell you. Let's go. 84-73 Blazers. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Scoot. Klingon. Backdoor. Nice pass. But Jeremy Grant could not contain it. Stolen by the T-Wolves. Klingon, good idea, you know, with the backdoor cut pass. But, again, you got to know, you know, who you're kind of throwing to in that particular situation. Now they're showing the Scoot fast break. Throwing it down with authority. Wow. Nice job by Scoot, bringing that electricity that we need. Let's go. Keep the win streak going. Garza blocked. Come on, Blazers. Get back on D. Klingon. Klingon with the big block. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Not in Donovan's house. 84-73 Rip City. And again, Klingon not getting as much playing time as a lot of us Rip City fans have wanted early on, but he definitely is a force down low, and we love him. Probably the toughest player that we have on the team besides Tumani Kamara. Murray. Ooh, they were looking for an offensive foul there, but we get a block. Yeah, they typically don't play together. Usually Klingon comes in for Ayton, unless they want to go with like a super big lineup. They did that early on in the season, and that's when we were getting our ass kicked, because their foot speed is too slow, going against guys that have more guard and forward play, when we were losing by 20, 30, 40 a game. So you're normally never going to see Ayton and Klingon on the floor at the same time. At least in this win streak that we've had, they haven't been on the floor together to my knowledge. So it's a good way to give Ayton a breather, and hopefully we can get some good production out of Klingon. End of the third quarter, 84-76, Rip City. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, Kling Kong has been healthy lately. It's just, you got, so many players in the rotation ahead. Yeah, well, again, I have to be able to, find, different things to be able to do. And, Blazers are kind of going up. Right now, the Kraken are kind of going down. But hopefully, the Kraken can kind of put it together and whatnot. But, again, it is the perfect time to be able to showcase the hottest team in the NBA, not only defensively, but the best win-loss record, in this little 2-week, 3-week stretch with the Portland Trailblazers. We're trying to go 10-1 in our last 11. And plus, it gives me an opportunity to showcase that, I can do NFL, I can do college football, I can do the Mariners, I can do MLB or any team, but I can also do NHL, I can do WWE, but also for people that never knew that I can call an NBA game, it's difficult. You really got to know the players, you have to know the verbiage, and you have to be quick with it. Again, a lot of people that try to do NBA streaming, they're a little lazy with the commentary and whatnot, to really keep everyone engaged, especially if they can't see the action. You really got to put in a lot of effort. NFL is one thing. There's a little bit of a break period where they go to the huddle, college football as well. Baseball, they have their pitches, talk to the talk to the catcher. There's a little bit more time to kind of catch your breath. But when the NBA action is going full speed, there really isn't like a break period, especially if I'm doing the job of two people. I'm doing color and play-by-play, so I have to be able to go very, very quickly. And, I think it's a good opportunity for newbies and OGs to be able to see that we are one of the most versatile channels on YouTube for sports and wrestling. End of the third quarter, 84-76, Rip City. Let's go. Get the dub, baby. I don't believe so. I believe that trade still went through, unless there's some new information that came out that they nixed it. If there was like a failed physical, which could have been possible. You keep me updated. Obviously, I'm calling this game, so let me know if that did go through or not. And obviously, bringing in Williams was for Luka, because he wanted to be able to have a big guy down low that they could lob to, and someone that they could, have good defensive presence down low. And speaking of that, with the Luka and Anthony Davis trade, if you actually go back and look at what AD did in his first game for the Mavs, he killed it. He had a great stat line. So I'm trying to be the Renaissance man. I'm trying to do it all. It's not easy, but again, just because I didn't do, NBA games on the regular doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention to, what's going on. And it makes it more exciting that the Blazers are actually winning instead of losing every game by 20, 30, 40 like they were at the beginning of the year. Facts. All right, baby. Fourth quarter. Let's go. I mean, I do this for you guys. I do it for, obviously, my legacy, and I do this for Paisley. So, corner three is good. 85-79 Blazers. 86-79 Blazers. Denny. Really like Advia a lot too. Foul. And Joe Ingles with the foul. Now I'm looking at the headline here. Yeah, Williams failed the physical. It definitely it got nixed. That's crazy. Because if you really think about the draft, Connect is awesome. I thought that was one of the best draft picks overall. The Lakers always draft well. They know how to see the talent, and I can't believe that he fell as far as he did. If you watch any college ball, Connect was one of the best college hoopers in college b-ball last season. So for the Lakers to get him, I was like, oh, go figure. They get another star and stud. But yeah, the trade got nixed. That's not good. And Williams, at times would be lazy and wouldn't play, defense or offense, all the time. Maybe that's a Hornets thing, a culture thing. But that's definitely a big hit for the Lakers and Luka because they don't have their big guy down low like an Anthony Davis because they traded him away for the Luka trade. Poked away, stolen, Scoot Henderson, Denny takes the body. Where's the foul? Golly. But that trade definitely, it did get nixed. It did fail. And the Mavericks won 116-105. And I want to take a look to see what his stat line was here real quick. I know it was big because I saw what he had. So Anthony Davis in his first game as a Mav post-Luka trade. People all pissed off. That was a stupid trade, bad trade. Luka, even though he doesn't play defense. 26 points, 16 boards, 7 assists. I would say that's a pretty good trade-off, for all those people that thought Anthony Davis is washed, he can't do it, or they just want Luka instead. You're going to get more defense, more rebounding, and more hustle on that side of the ball than Luka will ever give you. But obviously Luka, being a top 5 offensive player and more, popular, I get it. But, defense wins games, defense wins championships. 86-84 Blazers. Come on, baby. I mean, they're going to be an offensive team for the Lakers, but they won't be able to stop a nosebleed, right? You got Reeves, you got Connect, you got LeBron, you got Luka. Who the fuck is going to play defense for LA? Do they have anybody? I mean, their best defensive player was Anthony Davis, and he's gone. So the brow is no longer. Foul. Tumani with the foul. Ingles trying to draw the foul there. Gained 4 subs just today. I like that. Appreciate y'all. 78 subs to go to 20,800. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to all the new subs in 2025 in January and February. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Floater, in and out, no good. Rudy Gobert with the rebound dunk. And they gave him a foul on top of that? Oh, golly. Luka will be great, as far as offensively for the Lakers. He's going to be able to put up 30, 40, 50 on any given night. But what are you going to get defensively? That's the key. LeBron might be able to talk a little sense into him that, hey, how you played in Dallas, that's not going to be acceptable here. And at least, for a year or two while LeBron is still there, I imagine he'll, show some defensive influence and try to get Luka to be better. So that way when LeBron is retired, that Luka can, handle this Laker franchise and, not just be labeled as a one-way player like we saw in the finals last year. He got exposed. 86-85 Rip City. Come on now, Anthony Simons, pick and roll with Klingon. It's about time to put DA back in the game. Simons, fade away. In and out, no good. Where's the foul? Dude, every single player on the T-Wolves, come on. Ingles is like holding Tumani. This is ridiculous. I don't know if I'll be live streaming the duels on Thursday. I was planning on doing some NHL action on Thursday, but I am going to be doing the Daytona 500 on Sunday, though. Usually for the NASCAR streams, I usually just do that. I'll watch Xfinity and I'll watch the trucks, but I typically won't stream those. But if we get good results, I wouldn't say I won't count it out. Again, we ended up getting about 3,000 views on the Bowman Gray race, which was very good. And hopefully we can get some good results on the Daytona 500 next weekend. Ingles dirty. All right, refs are going to take a look at this. We'll see if they get this right. T-Wolves full timeout. Yeah, but again, we'll be doing, a little bit of Blazers, a little bit of NHL here and there, obviously NASCAR, and then once we get into baseball season, obviously my goal is to do 150 at least out of the 162 games, if not more. So we're going to be very, very busy for sure. Streaming pretty much every day, grinding pretty much every day. But on Thursday, they have the Four Nations face-off where you're going to have on Wednesday night Canada and Sweden going at it, and then on Thursday it's going to be USA and Finland. So I was going to do that on Thursday, but I'll probably watch the duels. I might not stream it, but I'll probably watch it the same time as I'm watching that little NHL Four Nations face-off tournament round robin. So. Because just because I stream something, doesn't mean that's the only thing that I'm watching. Most of the time I'm watching 2, 3, 4 games at the same time. So nice. We finally got there. I was going to say, with the amount of people, we should be able to get to that number. 86, 85, 9:35 left. Let's go, Blazers. All my Blazer homies are hitting me up. They're like, man, this is getting close. And hopefully my boy, Napa Know-How, Chase Elliott can continue his dominance like he did at Bowman Gray. And I'm hoping that he can win a couple races. I don't want to be super greedy. I mean, he already has one, but it wasn't for points. But I'm hoping that Chase can win, somewhere between 2 to 5 races. And obviously, if things go great, maybe 6 to 10 if you end up having one of those years where we don't see it every year. And you see how, even the competition is in NASCAR in the Cup Series. Every few years you'll have a guy that, might be like a Kyle Larson or a Chase Elliott that might win double digits. But, lately it kind of seems like, 5, 6 wins might kind of be the cap because you have so many even drivers and teams. But definitely excited to be able to see what my guy Chase Elliott can do. And, rebounding from that skiing, snowboarding accident last year, didn't have enough wins, but had a lot of top 5, top 10 finishes. And hopefully he'll be able to pick it up here in 2025. Napa Know-How. All right, Blazers, let's go. Duke and Auburn both lost. Nat, man, what time do the duels start? You got a time for me? I'm Pacific time because I'm here in Oregon, so. Let's go, Blazers. Let's go. Ingles. Good defense here by the Blazers. Stolen. Get it, baby. Denny with the steal. Back to DA. Denny at the top of the key. Pick and roll with DA. Denny. Tumani Kamara. Denny. Anthony Simons at the top of the key. Denny. Wide open 3. In and out front rim. No good. Tumani Kamara with the second chance rebound. Nice job. Denny. Anthony Simons. He's open for 3. Bang! Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Bring that electricity. Anthony Simons has been money, money, money. Let's go. 91-87, Rip City. Let's go. Ingles at the top of the key. Hand off to Green. Crossover off the glass and good. Wow, how the hell did he make that? Reed, I see you. All right, Scoot Henderson walking the ball up. Scoot to DA. Hand off. Anthony Simons for 3. In and out, no good. Get that board. Rudy Gobert with the board. Come on now. About 7 minutes to go here for Rip City. Got to keep this win streak going. Reed. Off the glass again. In and out, no good. Good rebound by DA. Scoot with the fast break. 2 on 3. Scoot. Tumani. Off the glass and good. There we go. Nice job by Tumani Kamara. Let's get it, baby. 91-90 Blazers. 14 turnovers for the T-Wolves. Nice. Yeah, I definitely will be watching. Blazers inbound to DA. Ayton. Anthony Simons. Pick and roll by DA. Simons. Baseline. Nice pass. Tumani. Kicks it out. Shaedon Sharpe for three. In and out. No good. Nobody there for a rebound. Come on. Get back on defense. Come on, Blazers. Step up your D. Your defense has been great in these last 10, 11 games. Got to continue the trend. Pick and roll for the T-Wolves. DA at the top of the key. Hawks out. Fuck. Big three. Fuck. Oh, my. Simons. Pick and roll with DA. Sharpe. And let's not settle for just threes. Let's attack the rim. Big block by Rudy Gobert on Shaedon Sharpe as he was going up for the athletic layup. Floater. Come on, baby. Rebound that. Man, this one. Golly. 92-91. T-Wolves. Timeout. Portland. Yeah, they also have the Kraken with a deal with Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually watch it on your TV as well with the new deal that the Kraken and Prime did in the offseason. 92-91 T-Wolves. Shit, man. Let's go. Got to attack the rim, even though they got Rudy Gobert down there. Need good effort here. Scoot. Anthony. Jeremy. Denny. David. DA. Tumani. Let's go, baby. Shout out to all the people that have donated and supported the channel here tonight. Megan with a 50, Reflect with a 25, Captain with a 5, Holly with a 3, Holly with a 20, Holly with a 5, Captain with a 2. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help your boy out. And again, we got multiple camera angles. I just haven't done them. So we obviously have the stream that we can go here. This is typically the best view so you can see the stats and the scoreboard. We can even zoom in and make me a little bit bigger. It just kind of depends on how I feel. But we are versatile here on the NWSF. Let's go. Let me take a look at the score. Let me take a look at the scoreboard here real quick to see kind of where we're at. All right, what do we got? Tumani's got 8. Jeremy Grant's got 12. Advia with a low game with DA with only 6 apiece, which is kind of concerning. 19 out of Anthony Simons, and then 13 for Sharpe. And obviously Klingon with limited minutes. Robert Williams, limited minutes with 6. And then Murray with 9. Scoot with 12 off the bench. Sharpe with 13 off the bench. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully the Kraken can play like the Blazers. It's been a very rough year for the Kraken, and hopefully things can get a little bit better for them. Look at some of the scores here on the NBA side. We got Warriors 97, Bulls 94, end of the third quarter. Thunder 108 for captain. Grizzlies 95. You're going to get that dub. T-Wolves up right here, 92-91 with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Celtics up 68-62 on the Knicks. Nuggets up 63-55 at halftime against the Suns. And then the final with Anthony Davis in his first game against the Mavs, 116-105 against the Rockets. Lakers winning 124-117. Obviously with your boy with a big cool 45 for the Lakers. 112-111, Magic over the Spurs. And then 125-111, Hawks over the Wizards. Austin Reeves, career high, 45 points. Not surprised. Especially with no LeBron and no Luka. Lots of shots for him. Well, shot by Scoot. Got to be better. 92-91 T-Wolves. Come on, Blazers. Dillingham to McDaniels. Don't double team him. We got Tumani on him. Good defense there. Oh, golly. They're getting every call on us. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Let's try to get to 30 before the stream ends if we can. And we're at, 110? 90 to go to hit the next goal. Let's go. See where we're at. We're at 20 exactly. So if you are in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us with the algorithm. We're at 21 now. 9 more to go to hit the goal. 21-7 run for the T-Wolves here in the fourth. Not ideal. Well, a 17-7 run, and then the 21 going back to the third. Come on, Blazers. Let's keep this win streak going. Wow, Reeves, 45, 7-7 today with no LeBron and Luka playing. T-Wolves inbound the ball. We got less than 6 minutes to go. Let's go, Blazers. Jeremy Grant, DA. Wide open three. In and out, no good. Rudy Gobert getting a one-handed rebound. No over the back. Christ. And a foul on the Blazers. Rudy Gobert. I mean, I put him on the thumb for a reason since we don't have Ant playing today or Mike Conley, but golly. (96-93) T-Wolves. Can't let this game slip away. We fought hard. We were down 14-7 in the first quarter. Stay positive, Rip City. Gobert, free throw is no good. I'll take that. Gobert. Free throw is good. 96-93 T-Wolves. Come on, Blazers. Scoot. Nice pass to DA. Don't try to be a Olajuwon or David Robinson. Be yourself. Jeremy Grant. Come on now. And Grant is fouled. Oh, man. And even with no Ant or Conley, I knew this was going to be a very difficult game. You know, being at home is a lot different than being on the road, for sure. And then we got Denver at Denver with the Joker on Monday and Wednesday. So those could be potentially 2 losses and bad losses if we're not careful. So hopefully we can find a way to climb back into this. Yeah, I saw that WWE released quite a few people last night and this morning. But a lot of the people that they released aren't really on TV on a regular basis. You know, maybe, there might have been like one person on there that might have been on TV a little bit more than others. 98-93 T-Wolves. Come on, Blazers. Scoot at the top of the key. Jeremy Grant. Stay on him. Jesus Christ. What a big three. Fucking Reed making threes flat-footed like he's not even trying. Unbelievable. Shaden Sharp. Pick and roll with DA. Sharp. Bounce past the DA. Almost turned it over. Don't travel. Jeremy Grant. Grant, pump fake, down low to DA, foul! Jesus, front rim by DA. Can we get a goddamn call? I mean, I get it. We can't get calls at home, but we can't even get a call on the road either. And obviously, road calls are going to be harder than at home. But DA, floater, in and out, air ball, no good. Rebound by DA. Jeremy Grant. Jesus Christ. Pass it correctly. Jeremy? This one is starting to get out of reach. 193 T-Wolves, and we only got less than 4 minutes to go. Not ideal. And again, that's going to be on Chauncey Billups. You got to be able to call timeout at the right time and, make a substitution if needed. And if you wait too long, it might be too little too late. Hopefully that's not the case here, but I don't like what I'm seeing. Come on, Blazers. Oh, brutal. Fuck. I mean, it's been a great win streak. Anytime you can win 9 out of the last 10 or 10 out of the last 11, especially when you're a team that, is in the bottom 3 in the West. But, it feels like us and the Spurs, based on the Fox trade and having CP3, Fox, Harrison Barnes, Wemby, it feels like the Spurs and the Blazers could, kind of progressively get up higher in the standings. But, when you're sitting at 12th or 11th or 13th and you have to be a top 8 seed, we got a long ways to go, baby steps. But I don't like the way that we're not getting any calls on the road here. 193 T-Wolves. Give them credit. Oh, man. Defend the deep, release the Kraken, baby. 193 T-Wolves. Got the timeout here, and we'll see what happens after the timeout. Oh, good. Randy Moss coming back to TV. Anytime you're dealing with, an illness, of any kind, super serious like cancer, or even something minor, everyone was hoping that he would be able to get to the point to get back. And that's good to see that we get Randy Moss back on TV. He's actually one of the people that is on TV that I don't think people get annoyed of. We got plenty of people that annoy the hell out of us, either, doing sports commentary or, arguing about dumb things that don't even matter, like the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl every year. Jeremy Grant. Jesus Christ. Grant with 2 terrible passes, 2-on-1, and the flush. Jeremy Grant single-handedly is going to lose this game for us. Fucking A. You fucking kidding me? Unbelievable. Jeremy Grant, what are you doing? Simons in and out, no good. Yeah, I don't think we're not going to be able to come back. It's too late now. Again, if we didn't have those 2 bad turnovers by Jeremy Grant and they scored on both of those possessions, that's what's extended this lead. And it was a great little win streak that we had. Anytime you can win 9 out of the last 10, 10 out of the last 11, is what the goal was. But a little too late, and you can't turn the ball over late, especially on the road. And again, we were kind of in the thick of things. But Jeremy Grant with 2 critical turnovers on back-to-back possessions and getting T-Wolves scores, that's all she wrote. We're not going to be able to come back. We can still make it interesting if we slow the game down, but even that being said, you're down 104-93. You're down by 11 with 2 minutes to go. I mean, the best that we could ask for is like maybe a 5-point loss, and we probably won't even get that. Simons. Jeremy Grant, don't fuck it up with 3 consecutive turnovers. Tumani. To Jeremy. Don't have the ball in Jeremy's hands. He doesn't deserve it. Christ. Grant. Up and under. And a tipped by DA. Or what are they going to call goaltending? Jesus. Offensive pass. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Basket interference by DA. I mean, everything going Minnesota's way with the Uncle Mo. And again, it's not going to get any easier, but at least we're competitive. But again, no excuses. No Anthony Edwards, no Mike Conley, no Julius Randle, no Dante DiVincenzo. This was definitely a winnable game that we let slip through our fingers. And then we got at Nuggets on Monday and at Nuggets on Wednesday. So for as good as we were, in the last 10, 11 games, we could, by Wednesday, be on a 3-game losing streak. So hopefully we can recover, and playing against the Joker is going to be a hell of a lot harder than playing the T-Wolves with no Ant and no Mike Conley. Facts. Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. Yeah, I definitely will be tuning in and rooting for them to turn it around as well. It's going to be cool to be able to see, obviously with Brady being part owner, getting Pete in there, hiring Chip Kelly away from Ohio State. Even though as a Duck fan, I was hoping that we would be able to see him again and get revenge. But again, if they're going to offer you big boy money, a lot more than the Buckeyes were offering, and you get to go back to the NFL and work with guys like Pete, you're going to take that job. Because then eventually that means that if Chip does a good job after winning the Natty for the Buckeyes, he might be able to be an offensive coordinator for even a better team than the Raiders at some point or another. So, congratulations to Chip for working hard, from going from Oregon to the NFL to UCLA to Ohio State and now the Raiders. And hopefully he'll be able to have some success. 105-93 T-Wolves. Tumani, Jeremy, two-man game. Step up, off the glass, in and out, no good. Rudy Gobert he's just swallowing up every fucking rebound. That's tough. Alexander Walker off the glass and good, my God. Cole in the building, what's good? Simons, DA. Jaden McDaniels with 30, Christ. Never had a game like that. 19-2 run in the last 5 minutes. How the hell are the Blazers supposed to win when we're getting outscored 19-2? I mean, again, we've had the best defensive team in that stretch in these last 10, 11 games. But again, on the road, you got to give credit to the Wolves. They just, Rudy Gobert was doing everything that he can, down low in the post. And again, you have an opportunity, just like a Reeves for the Lakers, to be able to step up when Luka and LeBron aren't playing. And, Naz Reid, right, with 23. Jaden McDaniels with 30. That's fucking unexcusable. Alexander Walker with 16, and that's really all she wrote against us here today. Brutal. Brutal. (107-94) T-Wolves. But again, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Too much sloppy play. Defense wasn't good. Too many turnovers. And, again, a part of this loss is definitely on Chauncey Billups. Again, we had issues with him early in the year. If he needs to be the guy that needs to be calling more plays and having more of a structured offense and defense, so be it. But again, the effort in the first couple quarters was pretty good offensively and defensively, but we definitely fell apart here in the fourth. More free throws coming here for the T-Wolves. They're getting every call. 108-94 T-Wolves. All right, take care. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. And we'll be live tomorrow for the Super Bowl here. And then obviously, we'll be doing Nuggets and Blazers on Monday. watching Monday Night Raw on top of that. Don't know about Tuesday yet. And then Wednesday we'll do Blazers Nuggets again. I don't know why the schedule makers made Blazers at Nuggets on Monday and then nothing on Tuesday, and then Blazers at Nuggets on Wednesday as well. Having to play one of the better teams in the NBA in 2 games in 3 days, not ideal. And both in Denver, Christ. I don't want to be on a 3-game losing streak, but that's what it might be. Less than a minute to go. 111-96 T-Wolves. Grant for 3. In and out, no good. Terrible shot. And now T-Wolves just kind of playing keep away here. McDaniels, Alexander Walker. Stay on him, Scoot. Baseline pass. Corner 3. And good. That's just brutal. Unbelievable. 3 after 3 after 3. 112-96 Minnesota. Off the glass and good. We finally stopped the bleeding, but I mean, man, how many points are they going to score before we have it? They literally have outscored the Blazers 36-12. I haven't seen the Blazers have a quarter like this, prior to our winning streak. When the win streak, we haven't had a bad quarter like this in 10, 11 games. And, I guess a game against Minnesota on the road brought it out in us. And to have a quarter like this in the fourth, you can't come back from that. Unbelievable. 36-14 advantage in the fourth. My goodness. Horrible quarter for the Blazers, and hopefully I don't see another bad quarter like this in a long, long time. But that's the NBA for you, just like in any sport, right? Uncle Mo, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, at any given time, regardless if your stars aren't playing like Anthony Edwards or Mike Conley, they still have enough to get the job done. And home court advantage was definitely evident here tonight in Minnesota. Shout out to them. They played great tonight. I was really hoping that we could get another dub, but, the win streak was going to come to an end at some point. 114-98 T-Wolves. All the Blazer homies are messaging me, fucking A, shitty fourth quarter, 38-14. I'm like, fuck, I know, man. Free throw is good. And that is the final score. I'm not sure if it was a good game. Good game for the T-Wolves, not really a good game for the Blazers. But shout out to all the T-Wolves fans. GG. Final score, 114-98. T-Wolves. And again, we'll stay on here for a couple minutes. I got to go take Paisley on a long walk, and then I got to be able to eat some dinner and whatnot. But we'll probably end up doing some photos here for the people that donated. So Megan, Reflect, Captain, Holly, any photos that you guys want here at the end, let me know. Otherwise, I'll do like food or something Super Bowl related for tomorrow. And obviously, we'll be live for the Super Bowl tomorrow. Excited about that with the Chiefs and the Eagles. So I'll give kind of priority to the individuals that donated, but I'm definitely excited to be able to get this going here tomorrow for the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Travis Kelce, Joe Tooney in the offensive line, Chris Jones, Jalen Carter, Zach Bond, Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship, Harrison Butker, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, a little bit more of Chris Jones. Who? Chris Jones. Should be electric. Should be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to be able to see what we get for a game tomorrow afternoon. All right, let me flip it over to the Kraken here while this Blazer game is over to watch this for a couple minutes. And again, for anyone that has donated, you will get a little priority here. We're going against the Calgary Flames. Not sure if we're going to be able to win that, but hopefully we can get a little something here while I'm watching. All right, let's turn this up. Let me get some volume here. Rough game. Scoot, Anthony, Jeremy, Denny, Shaden, DA, Tumani. But again, a little bit too much Rudy Gobert and company. But again, they earned it. Yeah, we can do some slider photos. Sure. Yeah, we can do like Super Bowl sides and whatnot. I should be able to come up with some pretty amazing slider photos. And again, we'll be signing off here in about 5 or 10 minutes. This is amazing right here. This is Kansas City burnt end sliders. And if you've ever had burnt ends with the smoky brisket, sweet barbecue sauce, a little tangy pickle, undefeated. Again, I wish that would be something that I could have here in Oregon on a regular basis, but that is top end, top shelf slider. Facts. I mean, you could do sliders with anything. Meatloaf sliders, Reuben slider. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. People are very creative with that. But that looks amazing. Welcome. Bless ya. Tropical sliders. Barbecue sliders with a tropical twist. Those look good. I mean, I love Flavortown, so, you know, I don't really discriminate. You know, if it's good, it's good. Bacon jam sliders. Oh, my. This next one looks pretty nuts. I mean, I don't really know what I'm going to be able to do for Super Bowl, you know, if I'm, you know, because again, if I order like a pizza or something, that's going to be like $50. You know, I don't know if I have really $50 just to blow on pizza and whatnot. So we'll see. I mean, I definitely want to be able to have something to enjoy while I'm calling the game, and we're going to be streaming for like 4 hours tomorrow. So it's going to be a long day, but it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, pulled pork, you know, yeah, a little bit of everything there. Kraken still knotted up at 0 with Calgary, which is nice to see. And even if you want to, you know, kind of switch it up a little bit and do something buffalo chicken cheeseburger slider, you know, I know some people aren't really onto that lettuce and tomato on necessarily the slider, but I mean, if this was something that was at a Super Bowl party with all these other options, yeah, I would take one. I'd give it a shot, you know, see what it tastes like. You know, you never know unless you give something a try, right? Then we got some fried chicken sliders with little pickle here. I mean, all of these look good to me. I mean, I love Flavortown, so. Oh my. Everything looks just so delicious. Yeah, I mean, sometimes a good BLT is good. You know, like I feel like, you can go just meats and whatnot, but sometimes it's nice to, have some extra things, condiments, and, a little lettuce, little tomato, little pickle, whatever it may be, jalapeno. Everyone's got their, their own things that they like. So. We got a Mardi Gras slider. Obviously, being in the Super Bowl, being in Nolans, with all their flavors that they have in Flavortown there. I mean, everything just looks delicious. Man, mouth-watering, let me tell you. Well, we actually had a fantastic day. We hit the goal in both. And again, when we can hit, the 20 to 30 likes, obviously we try to hit 20. And if we hit that, try to hit 30 to 50. But to be able to hit the likes and then to hit on the donos definitely helps. And I appreciate Sarah and Captain for the help on that. And again, when you can get, people to come through and show love and support, shout out to Megan starting it off with the 50, Reflect with the 25, Captain with the 5. We got to finally see Holly in the room, and not only that, being able to support Holly with a 3, Holly with a 20, Holly with a 5. It's like she never left. Captain with the 2 there at the end. So I really appreciate every single one of y'all to like, sub, donate, comment, share. It really meant a lot. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Paisley Pup needs your boy, and we'll be live for the Super Bowl tomorrow. And again, we will find out if it will be Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts celebrating in the Super Bowl tomorrow. Can't wait to be able to see that. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Have a good rest of your Saturday night. And obviously, if you got nothing going on, come through for the Super Bowl, obviously, tomorrow. Again, shout out to Megan, Reflect, Captain, Holly, and Captain, obviously, with those donos. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I got one question for you. Well, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.